Have you ever brought your magic to Walt Disney World like, hey, we came to play? Did you tip your tiara to a Creole princess or get goofy officially? When we come through, it's true magic, because we came to play at Walt Disney World Resort.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. To move closer to family, live within a smaller budget, or just wanting a change of scenery. Whatever your reasons, having to figure out all the various housing market trends in your area may not be what you signed up for. That's where an agent who is a Realtor comes in. Realtors have the expertise to help you find the right price and navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. That's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Hey, yo, what's good? Check it out. This your boy Elder Sensei, one half of the legendary Artifacts. You are right now in tune to my man Tim Einenkel at the library on rapstation.com. Let's get it popping, y'all. Artifacts. Peace, Elder Sensei. I'm out.
Talk about the game that be sending dirty looks, but smile in your face, and they be quick to judge. But that ain't even the case. And I ain't talking about race. The king in first place is that shake your head, break your neck, boom back.
New York MC King Myers has just released his debut album, Kingology, through his own record label, Urge Music, which features artists such as Dave East, Rakim, Freddie Fox, Fred the Godson, and more. King Myers, welcome to the library with Tim Einenkel on rapstation.com.
Yo, man, it's good. Like I said, man, I appreciate you guys reaching out. It's definitely a pleasure to be a part of everything you guys are doing, man. Especially since it's for the culture, it's definitely an honor for me to be a part of it, you know?
And thank you so much for being here. So, first of all, congrats on the debut album. That's dope. That's real tight. For you, what purpose did this album serve in terms of introducing yourself to the hip-hop game and also hip-hop culture?
This album right here is basically like a starter, you know? It's like a real kickstart for me. I look at it like that, especially being that I was able to work with the artists that I worked with on the album. But it's definitely like a, like you said, the introduction, of who I am. And that's why I named it Kingology, because, when you hear ology, you hear, what do you think of? It's something you're going to be learning. So
right.
You got King, you got ology, you're learning about me. And I kid you not, every song on this album is like, it's life, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's definitely true stories and definitely from the heart, things I go through, things I've seen, like around my neighborhood, and everything is just factual, you know what I'm saying? So I try to let the people know and get a real insight of how things are going on with me and how things came about through the music, you know?
I want to get into some of those tracks in a few, but I'm just curious, why, just first off, and I probably know the answer to this, but why release this via your own label, go the independent route versus trying to release it via a major label? Well,
the reason I even, first of all, I start out independent, you know what I'm saying? Some people start out on the major route, but as far as me starting out on the indie route, it's basically me showing myself, what kind of, what I can do for myself. You know what I'm saying? And not even just what I could do for myself, but what can happen when you work for yourself and when you work, basically by yourself. Is you reap more. When you sow more by yourself, you reap more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, it was just something that I really, thought I would want to try, and especially being that I've seen a lot of bad situations with people signing with labels and going to labels, and it's basically like me giving my stuff away, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's for business purposes and me and whatever party would benefit from it, it's always better to try to keep as much money in the circle as possible, you know what I'm saying?
Right, definitely. You talked about how you mentioned all the artists that you were able to feature on this album. When Freddie Fox, a.k.a. Bumpy Knuckles, when he spit the line, quote, "I certify King Myers, it really is time," on the record, Relax. When you first heard that, what was your reaction to it? And then also, how did this amazing collaboration happen?
Oh, man. Like, that whole collaboration is the way that happened. I actually first met Bump and Wine Dance. I had a little performance with Sadat X, and there was a few other people who came out and performed as well. But it was right in my neighborhood. Wine Dance was like a little festival thing. They set the stage up on North 19th Street out here. And after I performed, I met up with Bumpy Knuckles. He was out there watching the show. He didn't perform, but he was just watching everything. And I was introduced to him by my father. And, we chopped it up right there. And right then and there, I established him as Unc. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically like an uncle, like somebody to look up to, somebody I could, talk to, and basically like a mentor, And after that, we kind of set it up. I ended up going to his studio, and we recorded a couple of joints, man. But we actually just that one joint that really stood out. It had that real boom bap flavor to it. And then, with me hearing what he said in the verse, that was just like an awesome feeling, man, especially for it to be somebody who's already established in the industry and already been there, done that, what I'm trying to do. For him to tell me that it's my time and not even just me, everybody else, let everybody else know that I'm able, I got what it takes to do what I'm doing right now. That's a great feeling, man. And that's something that anybody will be happy about, especially coming from somebody who's, heavily, who's really like a big influence on everybody else.
On the OG and I ain't slipping. Clowns again get a front row seat to see the master. Schoolies again at the mic ripping. Not too many rhymes spit sicker than mines. And I know more again, so you easy to find. A certified King Myers, yeah, it's really his time. Let me breathe right here. Come on.
Tell them relax.
Hey. Ha, ha.
I came to bring them in at the end of the day, and nothing pulling me back.
Do you see yourself doing? I mean, I think what's nice about what you're doing is that you're a new school guy, right? But you're already incorporating the quote unquote old school generation or the true school, right? Do you see yourself doing that more? And also, was that a conscious decision for you to kind of not just get younger guys to do collabs with, try to get the older guys in?
Well, I mean, it's just kind of the way it happened, man. Like, it wasn't even something, it wasn't even necessarily me trying to go this route. It's just the way it just happened like this, man. And I'm looking at it like, shoot, if it's happening this way, then, I ain't going to change it up. If it's something ain't broke, you can't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So especially, and it was just, it's just even better being that it did happen this way, because these are the people that you want to, in the end, you want to have the respect from these people, and you want to, make these people proud, the people who, basically paved the way for people like me today. But most definitely want to get to grab the youth, as much as possible. But I think, like, with the music that I make, I would want the youth to be more hip to the music, the kind of music I make nowadays. And that's why I did the song called Change, too, just to show everybody that you don't have to make everybody don't have to make the same kind of music as everybody. Ain't nothing new under the sun, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of, like, the music that's going on right now. It just need to change, man.
Right.
Especially with New York rap anyway. A lot of New York artists don't make New York music. It's just, I don't know.
No,
but
true.
definitely, man, I think that the youth, to get the youth more in tune with the sound that I got now would be a great thing.
I ain't got a front for it. Then talking about the heart of a lion, got the heart of a winner. Not a killer, but I kill you if what you got is my dinner. Cake, so-called real, but deep down they fake. When I'm down, they not around, and when I'm up, they hate.
You talk about money in your album, and there's obviously no shame in that. Because as you say on your track Stress, you got responsibilities, your daughter, your daddy duties. And critics will hear this and say, pretty much, critics that don't talk to you or just hear the album, I guess, superficially, would say, dude just doesn't really care about the culture. He's all about making money. What would your response be to that?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, shoot, if this is something that you can make money off of, then why not make money? But this is something that I love to do. Like, it's like I'm a little bit different from all of the other artists or upcoming artists. Some artists just get started just to make the money. I got started because this was something that I love doing. Like, I started out writing poetry. When I was writing poetry, I wasn't expecting to make any money, or anything like that. It was just something that I loved doing. It gave me a great feeling to, like, be able to write and play with words, and then me realize the potential that I had with doing it. Like, it just made me feel good. Something like if I stress out or something like that, or got something heavy on my mind, I'll write about it and be creative with it. It was just a way for me to, kind of zone out and be to myself, and,
right,
just do something different rather than, like, playing on the game or being on the computer. Like, you know, it was just something like a different outlet for me to you know, have fun, I guess. And then you know, of course you can make money off of it, so why not?
Right. Is writing, I'm just curious, is writing poetry and writing rhymes different, or is there a lot of similarities between them in terms of how you approach the process?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's really different, but you know, poetry doesn't have to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that poetry is basically incorporated in writing rhymes or writing music. You know, the poetry is like the base of, like, when I write my verses, I basically write poems. You know, I write stories, like poems of stories. You know what I'm saying? That have meanings to them. So that's the kind of music that I make. I make music that have a meaning to it. If my music didn't have a meaning to it, it wouldn't be poetry. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the foundation of a song, a poem.
I really like the track "Crooks in the Castle" because you address your critics and your obstacles that try to get in the way of your success. How do you not let these critics or obstacles get in your way?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to not let them get in your way because there's always going to be stuff in your way. It's just really all about how you avoid the things that get in your way, or how you're able to overcome those obstacles. Me, if something gets in my way, then all I could really do is just work, you know, as hard as I can to get around it and not let it affect me in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, anything can happen, but all I could do is really just work. You know, at the end of the day, it's all about working. And there's always, like I said, it's always going to be something or somebody to try to be in the way of what you're doing, or try to speak negative on what you're doing. But at the same token, I always think about all of the positives. You know, for every negative, there's a positive.
And I imagine you could take these critiques and these obstacles and kind of spit them out through your lyrics, right?
Well, yeah, actually, the negativity and, like, the bad critics, it actually, like, it fuels my fire. You know, it makes me go even harder, even though I won't take something that somebody said negative about me and feel that kind of way about myself. You know, it'll just make me go harder. Like, okay, if that's one person that doesn't like the music, maybe I should make it a little bit better so that there's another couple of people who just like that one person, then it'll change the outcome on how they're thinking of my music. You know what I'm saying?
Right, definitely.
So it's basically like motivation.
True. Of course, I would fail at this interview if I, of course, did not ask you about one of the last tracks, This Thing Called Life, featuring Rakim. First off, how did this collaboration process happen? And then when you're when you're collaborating with someone like Rakim, how do you prepare lyrically for a track like that?
Well, that song came together with my father. Like, my father was, you know, he's real good friends with Rakim. So that's how even like the relationship with me and Rakim even came about, because my father was real connected with the music industry. So I was fortunate enough to be able to have that around me. And Rakim seen me grow from the time that I started doing it to now. So it's kind of like, it's like another confirmation that I'm doing something right for me to even be able to do a song with him. But the way I actually went to his house and recorded the song, he has a studio in his house.
Oh, wow.
And,
nice.
Yeah, I went to his house. I actually recorded a couple of joints there, but for me and Rakim, we only have one complete joint. You know, we have a few unfinished joints, but that one joint that actually got finished and that was actually ready to go was This Thing Called Life. And with that track, I definitely wanted it to be something that was for the masses, you know, something that could be worldwide, something that everybody could feel and definitely relate to, you know what I'm saying?
We only got one, tell me if I'm wrong. I hope you remember me when I'm gone. And while everybody's singing my song, I'm the littlest thing that we call
Life ain't a game, but I'm winning. Knowing my opponent is death. Loving every minute, chill, not a moment is left. Like I ain't got a moment to rest. Before they bury me, the goal is to be known as the best and hope the legacy is what a motto is. Performances stun them. The enormous lifts, street corners give from them. Then all the chicks love them. The author enforcing this demoralize, pluribus on them.
I also noticed on this track you don't curse. Was this planned because you were doing a track with Rakim, who may have cursed only 3 times in his career?
Well, actually, that's funny because I didn't even plan it that way. It's just that's just how I wrote the song, man. You know, it's really just how I wrote the song, and shoot, I'm kind of proud of myself that I didn't do that, because that actually shows that I'm able to broaden, you know, my writing and my vocabulary, you know, and for me to be able to substitute those vulgar words with all of the other words that I use in that song. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And especially being that it's something for everybody to be able to relate to. I'm glad I didn't even curse in that song, but it just happened like that. That's another one of the things that just happened.
We're speaking with King Myers' new album, Kingology. King Myers, which track do you think kind of right now best defines your overall goal with your album? And then also, which best defines you right now in the beginning stages of your career?
Okay, the track that I would say best represents me off of the album would be, I would say, Stressed, because that's like a real life, like that's like the most personal song on the album right there, you know. And like I said, that's like real life situations, man. And that's one of the songs that I really went more into detail and more in depth about my life. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my daughter, and like everything that I talked about in that song was true, man. You know, like people go through things in life. You know, I'm not rich yet. You know, I'm still beginning. You know, I'm still living a regular life, just basically doing this music, and things are starting to look good for me. But at the same time, I stress out. I stress out still every day about stuff, because I always think about the next move. You know what I'm saying? And I have a daughter. I got a family to feed. So at times I stress out and think about stuff that I need to do or something that I may not be able to do. But this music motivates me, keep me going.
So what's next for you? I mean, what happens? The album's out. Do you have a tour planned? And then what happens after the tour? Or
most definitely putting together a tour right now. As we speak, I'm putting together a tour, definitely for the album. Been doing music videos I almost have a music video for every song on the album right now. You know, but that's the plan. That's the goal too. I want to do a video for every song on the album. And by the time I'm done, it'll basically be like a visual album. You know, you'll be able to see the whole album rather than just hearing the whole album. You know, but my most recent video that I've done is actually Make a Flip. That's the video. That's gonna be my next video that I release, and it's gonna be out next month. But I shot that video down south. I went to I was actually on a tour, and I stopped in North Carolina for a show at the Carolina Theater in Durham, North Carolina. And that was a great show, actually. It was sold out. It was 1,500 people. Nice. It was a nice show for me, you know. It was a nice look. And while I was down there, I shot the video for that, you know, because that's another part of my roots. Like, I used to live down there, so I figured, well, all right, why not, since I'm out here, shoot this video out here, show love to where I was at, and, you know, do it that way. Just kind of be, you know, keep it 100.
Nice. And of course, how do listeners follow you, and then also, of course, cop the album?
Everywhere you can follow me on Twitter, Real King Myers, Instagram, Real King Myers. My Facebook page is actually a verified Facebook page. That's Real King Myers. The album is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Tidal, any online outlet where you're able to purchase music. You can go on SoundCloud and get a couple of my songs for free. I'm on Audio Mac. Just Google, basically. If you Google, type in King Myers, anything that I have that's available for the public is going to be right there.
Nice. It's King Myers' new album, debut album, Kingology, features artists such as Dave East, Rakim, Freddie Fox, Fred the Godson, and more. King Myers, thank you so much for joining me in the library with Tim Einenkel on rapstation.com.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you, bro, and shout you out, man. Shout out to Chuck D. Shout out to you. Shout out to Rap Station. Shout out to everybody supporting Kingology out right now.
Yeah. They don't even know what happened. All they know is I'm rapping. They don't even know the hat. They don't even know the math. They don't even ask. They make asses out of themselves. Assuming everything is all well. Assuming everything is okay. I'ma play 50 while I drink rosé. Or I might drink Ciroc to feel like Diddy. Some motivation. Some hoes is waiting. Some hoes is patient. Some hoes is fat. Them hoes is flagrant. I'm a young begin, but at times I wonder where my young age went. So stressed out that I'm aging. Quick, fast like Caucasians. I'm at a point in my life where I no longer see the people that were right there, right by my side when I was right there. I thought 2013 was the right year. Still a star cause I was born in light years. Feeling like my time only come every now and then. You can count me in. Long as getting money involved, my nigga, don't doubt me then. I got a door that I need to be fed. I got a way that need to be led. Got points don't need to be proven. Got lights that seem to be red, but I'm still gonna go, still gonna flow. Always thinking about what's next. If you thinking about me, then you thinking about the stress. It's the stress. Every day I'm stressed. Wake up and I'm stressed. 8 o'clock I'm stressed. I've been trying to get this money. Living life in debt. Think about my daughter. She gon' need the best. I said every day I'm stressed. Wake up and I'm stressed. 8 o'clock I'm stressed. Thinking about what's next. I've been trying to get this money. I've been living life in debt. I've been thinking about my daughter. She gon' need the best. I said every day I'm stressed. Running through my head. Bet that. Still trying to come up off a setback. Feeling like this industry a death trap. When you start at shouldn't be where you left at. Weak points gotta be where you the best at. Last quarter bought a quarter pack. I made a quarterback. And I was supposed to have more than that. Just got my head spinning like laundromats. Talking money, y'all launder that. Take a risk for a meal. I done spent mad time trying to get a deal. The process long when this shit is real. Getting overlooked. All the whack against overbooked. All the blacks being shown as crooks. They go to look. Young king holding the rook. Step out, got the murderer shook. 5 blunts is the minimum blaze. Oh, fucking make a minimum wage. Oh, shit stacking in the minimum way. Oh, scrapping it, this don't pay. I be whack if I ain't getting no hate. Got some fast, I don't get no break. With everything on my mind at one time, it's kinda hard. I can't lie, I'm anti, I can't die. Long live the king, and catch me in your dreams. Against me and my team, and nigga, it's over now, it's going down. Telling y'all I ain't slowing down. There's plenty hoes to go around. For all of us, it's more of us. If I'ma travel the world, I'ma travel on that tour bus. Stress, every day I'm stressed. Wake up and I'm stressed. 8 o'clock I'm stressed. I've been trying to get this money. Living life in debt. Think about my daughter. She gon' need the best. I said every day I'm stressed. Wake up and I'm stressed. 8 o'clock I'm stressed. Thinking about what's next. I've been trying to get this money. I've been living life in debt. I've been thinking about my daughter. She gon' need the best. I said every day I'm stressed.
Is this house a good price compared to others in the area? Are prices going up or down? If I don't make an offer right this very moment, will I miss my chance? These are just some of the questions a home buyer might ask. And these are the sorts of questions an agent who is a realtor can help answer. Because realtors have the expertise, data, and access to specialty training to help you navigate the process of buying a home. They provide support, guidance, and have your back every step of the way. That's what realtors do, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Hey there! Did you know Baker's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower-than-low prices? And when you download the Baker's app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Baker's today. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.